Jean-François de Troy, born on January 27, 1679, in Paris, France, was a distinguished French painter known for his contributions to Rococo art and for advancing the genre of narrative painting. The son of the Baroque painter François de Troy, Jean-François grew up in a well-established artistic environment. His father, also a reputable artist and director of the Académie Royale de Peinture et de Sculpture, served as his first teacher. This early exposure to art undoubtedly influenced Jean-François' style and career, giving him a foundation in the Baroque tradition. However, Jean-François would later diverge into a lighter and more decorative style, characteristic of the Rococo movement. De Troy's career as a painter began in earnest when he traveled to Italy in 1699. This trip was part of a family decision to study Italian masters, but it also fulfilled an essential step for aspiring French painters, who frequently sought inspiration from Italian art. In Rome, he immersed himself in the works of Raphael, Titian, and the Baroque masters, particularly Giovanni Battista Gauli and Carlo Maratti. He embraced the grandeur of Baroque composition, yet he was also drawn to the lighter color palette and elegance that characterized the early Rococo style. Upon his return to Paris in 1706, de Troy began painting works that fused Italian influence with a distinctive French sensibility. De Troy's talents quickly gained him recognition. In 1708, he was accepted into the prestigious Académie Royale as a history painter, a title awarded for his work La Défaite des Grecs devant Troie. This was a significant milestone, marking de Troy's entry into a select group of French artists commissioned by the court. However, it was in genre scenes, depictions of everyday life often with humorous or ironic elements, that he found his niche and made his most enduring contributions. He is particularly known for pioneering the tableaux de mode, a genre that offered scenes of fashionable life and elegant society, rendered with a theatrical yet light-hearted touch. His paintings, such as The Declaration of Love, 1724, and The Garter, 1724, depict refined, playful scenes of 18th century aristocratic life, filled with luxurious interiors, lavish clothing, and a sense of romantic intrigue. Around this time, de Troy's career reached new heights. He was appointed a professor at the Académie in 1724, a role that allowed him to influence the next generation of artists. He continued to work on commissions for aristocratic patrons who admired his ability to capture the sophistication and leisure of Parisian society. His work received wide acclaim for its elegance, composition, and vivid color palette, combining the grandeur of Baroque forms with the grace and lightness that would define the Rococo era. One of his most significant commissions came in 1734, when he was selected by the French monarchy to create a series of tapestries for the Gobelins manufactory, which supplied furnishings for the royal palaces. This project, known as the Story of Esther, depicted scenes from the biblical story of Queen Esther, known for her courage and virtue. The tapestries showcased de Troy's skill in large-scale, complex compositions and his mastery of color, light, and texture. This series was widely praised for its elaborate detailing and served as a major work in his career, emphasizing his versatility and prominence within royal circles. In 1738, de Troy's career took a decisive turn when he was appointed the director of the French Academy in Rome, a position that recognized his status as one of France's preeminent artists. As the director, he was responsible for overseeing the education of young French artists who were sent to Rome to study classical and Renaissance art. This appointment signified royal approval of his work and elevated his status within the French art community. During his directorship, he fostered the Rococo style among younger artists, blending the elegance of French art with the grandeur of the Italian masters he had studied in his youth. De Troy continued to paint in Rome and remained deeply engaged with French artistic developments. His late works show a continued refinement in his style, leaning even further into Rococo elegance. While he remained a traditionalist in many respects, de Troy also showed a flair for experimentation with new themes, often injecting humor, lightheartedness, and sensuality into his paintings. Jean-François de Troy passed away in Rome on January 24, 1752. His legacy lies in his unique ability to capture the essence of Rococo aesthetics, particularly through his tableaux de mode, which blend elements of classical composition with a delicate, playful touch. His tapestries and history paintings, meanwhile, reflect his skill in large, complex works, showcasing his versatility across both genre and subject matter. De Troy's influence extended well beyond his lifetime, as he helped establish the Rococo genre and its depiction of aristocratic life. His tableaux de mode inspired a generation of artists to experiment with social scenes, and his role as an educator ensured that his stylistic inclinations permeated the French art world for decades. Today, de Troy is remembered as a key figure in the Rococo movement, capturing both the elegance and spirit of 18th century France. His work remains celebrated for its sophisticated compositions, subtle humor, and vibrant color, standing as a testament to his talent and his time.